to the video and to the potential jury members, that sounds great. Because there's no reason why they should have shades on. They're just being creepy as heck. They're trying to be intimidating. They're trying to be the bully. And predators want to hide where their eyes are going. Because they're not looking at you in the eye. They're looking at where your hands are going. They're looking at what their signals, their little buddies are sending. Because one of these people is in charge. They don't come out as 4 equals. One of them is in charge. All right, and they're maintaining situational awareness. They might be looking at where your friends are, if they can spot where your car is or license plate or anything. If anyone else around, you need to know. It shows, hey, are they nervous? Are they twitchy? Are they on drugs? I'm not even joking. Cops roll up hungover, stoned, on roids, on all kinds of pharmaceutical, quote-unquote, medications that are fully legal. All right? You don't know what kind of anxiety meds they're taking. These people have a real dangerous job when they deal with actual violent criminals, and they don't get to see psychologists enough. You don't know what kind of anti-crazy pills these people are on. And it's a good idea to see their eyes. You don't want dilated pupils. You don't want the glossy look. All right? You don't want somebody twitchy and nervous. All right? It's just a good way to kind of gauge who might be the most dangerous here and who's trying to be the most chill. Why? Because if we treat the people who are being the most chill with the most respect and courtesy, that gets noticed if we do it all as a community. And for those that are acting all violent and twitchy and everything, like, hey, I don't want to talk to that guy. He's acting a little weird because of the reasons X, Y, and Z. I'd rather talk to you. I'll talk to you, but not this guy. Can you have him go away so I can de-escalate the situation? I mean, just casual things like this that show you're attempting to address what's going on without, of course, giving any information, while pointing out that these people are just an unnecessary illusion of protection when they're actually just violent thugs hired by those in power, and always will be. All right, let's continue.
You just want to videotape. Videotaping us is fine. We're just trying to figure out what's going on.
Now, boom, he just said a claim that will stick in my head for the rest of this encounter. He just said, I can videotape all I want. That's fine. Okay, so if anyone else says, oh no, you can't videotape, I'm going to point to what this guy said and show the contradiction in the 2 different cops, because that shows inconsistency, and people who are inconsistent are liars. The truth is a consistent thing. Now this guy, gentleman who's doing all the talking so far, I tend to like his style. Yeah, it's fake as heck. Yeah, he's just following training. And yes, he's trying to manipulate me, but they all do that. At least he's coming off in a somewhat friendly tone. He's not threatening me with violence. He's giving me options. He's not saying I will do this and I won't do that. He's not trying to dictate anything to me. So I'm more willing to engage with this guy than someone else. And knowing that all 4 of them want me to talk, I can use that to my advantage by saying, this guy's been the most respectful, courteous officer here. You praise him in front of them all. I'm more willing to talk to him. You look very bossy and like you don't like me at all, even though we've never met. I don't want to talk to you at all. In fact, I'd appreciate it if you leave this scene. You still have 3 armed men to the teeth, and I'm no danger whatsoever. Can we do that? Then I might talk about that. Give them options, right? Respond to how you're being treated. All right. Now, I'm not saying do all this stuff or Battousai should have done all this stuff. I'm only using this video to give examples of options that you've got in the future. That's it.
We don't have this happen every day, so...
Okay, let's go ahead and ID this gentleman.
Do you have an ID on you at all?
Okay, I just learned that this guy isn't in charge. This, black gentleman and a white gentleman's in view. The black gentleman isn't in charge. There's another guy off camera. That dude is in charge, so now I've noted, oh, this might be some training thing. This might be like a rookie-type dude in front of me. And now that I know who might be in charge, that changes the dynamics a little bit. Not much, but it's good to be aware of.
Sir, listen, we're trying to cooperate with you, okay? But you got to cooperate with us. You can videotape all you want, but you're being suspicious right now. We're trying to figure out what's going on.
Now, I believe that they had this guy come out not only because of his size, but because he's a black guy. And Battousai's a black guy. So he's going to take a more cooperative, manipulative stance from a black guy than he is a white cop. I mean, that's what they think. That's what they think. All right, and according to me. So, again, the attempt at the manipulation is there, too. Let me put this on pause a second. All right, so where was I? Okay, so we're looking over at this other gentleman here who just spoke up and said, we're going to ID him. Now, obviously, that's step number 1 for the warning. The warning. That's step 1 of the path to arrest is the ID question.
So if you have an ID with you, that'd be fine for you. We'd love for you to give it to us.
Now he's saying it was so friendly type, right? Where the other guy was like, "Oh, we're gonna go ahead and ID. Get an ID," being more directive.
So we can find out what's going on.
Hey, sir.
Am I doing anything illegal?
Yes, based on...
What am I doing that's illegal?
But based on your suspicious activity...
Okay. So as soon as Battousai opened his mouth, he says, "Am I doing anything illegal?" That's this guy's trigger to move in. Now, I'm not gonna make any judgments without evidence, but this guy right here is naturally not nearly as friendly to a guy like Battousai as this guy is. You infer from that what you want. But this guy never tried anything remotely close to anything professional or friendly. He was in attack dog pit bull mode the whole time. All right. Let me just say something else about gentlemen with this kind of girth. All right. They know that they have no cardio and that they need to win a physical confrontation within the first 30 seconds. Otherwise, they're going to be too gassed. Their speed is going to go down to nothing. Their power is going to go down to nothing. The advantage of their weight is going to be much less. Because of this, they know they're not nearly as fit. They're not nearly as well trained if it comes to a physical altercation, right? And so they're much more likely to go to the gun. They're much more likely to go to obey now, like comply or die, because they're more afraid. This guy over here looks like he's the most in shape, right? This guy here is most likely to have the most options when it comes to dealing with a physical confrontation. Now, he doesn't have the size, and they would prefer to have the size, right? Because a lot of physical confrontations get avoided altogether just because of the size of somebody. But I don't see this guy, generally speaking, as likely to go to a gun or a comply or die type tactics, because with somebody with fitness and options, he knows he can run. This guy can't run for nothing. If you run away from him, he's going to be embarrassed as heck because everyone knows he can't run for crap. All right, so cops who are fit are more trustworthy than cops who are not. All right, and the system doesn't mind hiring people who are larger because quite often just the size alone is enough. And really, they don't mind if their cops are afraid and go to violence quicker. They don't mind at all, right? It's just a feedback loop to keep society fighting ourselves, that whole divide and conquer thing. All right, I digress. So let's continue with the video. He goes right into, oh, okay, it's because of the law. You've been suspicious.
We're going to go ahead and ID you. If you have no warrants or anything like that, we're going to go ahead and wish you a good day, and we're going to be on our way.
There's a cop wearing a Dallas Cowboys shirt. Oh, great. So you're affiliated with a football team. Okay, cool. That's super professional. You've got some neck-wearing ID. These other guys are dressed in uniform. Who are you? What's your name and badge number, and why are you out of uniform, and what's your title? Are you superior here? I would want to identify him right off the bat, because if he's calling the shots and he's being the most aggressive one, boy, we need to know that. This guy seems very just guard on the side, not doing something, not saying nothing. His hands are behind his back. He's not really trying to be verbally confrontational. I don't think he really likes this dude. I don't think none of them really do. He's coming out here to the large in charge dude, like he's ranking officer on the scene, and he's probably thinking he can't even say anything. He thinks if he says anything, this guy won't like it, and we'll tell him about that later. All right, that's just my opinion. I could be totally wrong, but I'm just looking at kind of what words are said and what actions are taken. This guy's kind of looking down. He's not making that predator direct eye contact, and he doesn't have shades on. And he's got his hands behind his back, not flared out to the side. So those are just the signs I'm looking at.
Under arrest?
No, you're not under arrest, but you are being detained.
Okay, so there's the first mention that you are being detained. Okay.